Africa has been a beneficiary of more major Belt and Road Initiative flagship projects than any other continent. 49 African countries have signed agreements with China. These agreements have created a win-win relationship, but some Western politicians and media have criticized such joint efforts, talking of debt trap diplomacy. We wanted a more realistic analysis of where China-Africa ties stand, including any existing and foreseeable issues. And today, a former Prime Minister of Egypt, Essam Sharaf, joins us to give his insights. Welcome to Straight Talk. Hello, Professor. Welcome to the show. In the multipolar world, all countries have something worthy to contribute, and we all learn from one another. Is there anything China can offer to the world from its economic development experience?
On the conceptual level, Chinese dream, as I said, is a model, which is people prosperity and nation rejuvenation. Also, the Chinese experience as a concept, it make a balance between Chinese characteristics, as I said, and opening up. Although there is a great movement towards opening up and international relations, but still the Chinese characters are still kept there. And that's what actually, I believe, give internal China a power of bringing people together. Also on the conceptual level, as I said before, a successful governance system led by the CPC. This is a governance system that, if followed, that will help a lot of people, a lot of countries, especially developing countries. On the practical or operational level, China offered the world with excellent initiative, such as the Belt and Road Initiative and Global Development Initiative. The Belt and Road Initiative improved trade facilitation, which activated hidden demands for trade. Consequently, it offered a golden opportunity to several developing countries to increase their income, which is GDP per capita, and created job opportunities. And that actually helped in reducing their poverty levels. On the other hand, the Global Development Initiative, which was announced by President Xi last year, offered a mechanism and offered priorities also for global development to overcome COVID-19 negative impacts on the global economy, of course, and also to help the world, especially the developing countries, to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. It was actually one very important aspect. And lately, the President Xi announced early this year the Global Security Initiative to provide a peaceful environment necessary for implementation and success of the global development and the Global Development Initiative.
The BRI has accelerated Africa's progress with infrastructure, and it has promoted communication between China and the continent. However, some critics reckon that China's investment in Africa represents a debt trap. Do you agree with that?
With a 3-second answer, of course I don't agree. And let me start by stating the fact that the real economic relations between China and Africa started with the formation of the FOCAC, or Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, 2000. That's only 22 years ago. This is one fact. The other fact, that means that China is a latecomer to African capital market. It's not as old as the West. So what happened is that there was some serious level of underdevelopment of the African countries under Western colonialization, and that's aggravated. So this is the roots of the debts. If we review the percent of debts to China versus debts to other countries and international organizations, you'll find that China is very a small portion. So I believe it's a kind of a media war to try to disturb the very strong and very promising relation between China and Africa. Most of these debts are due to infrastructure projects. which is a long-term project and also it gives a slow cash return. We should remember that these projects are decided by the governments, not by China. And these projects also proved to attain a very good level of economic and social return, like employment and poverty alleviation. Let me give one simple example. If we look at the jobs offered by the Chinese during every year in the period from 2010 to 2019, every year on the average, the Chinese projects offered almost 19,000 job opportunities. This is compared with about only 12,000 through United States projects, and about 8,000 through French projects, and about 5,000 through projects of the United Kingdom. So this is a return, also a very important return. So that's why I completely disagree with this fact, and I believe it's nothing more than a media war, as I said, trying to disturb the relation between China and Africa.
How would you describe the China-Egypt relationship today?
Of course, the China-Egypt relations are historic relations. It started more than 2,000 years ago over the old Silk Road. So it's really very deep in history. Currently, the relation between two countries are improving and cover several areas, such as transportation, the new administration capital, energy, Suez Canal, a project in Suez Canal zone, and of course, very good cooperation in the area of COVID-19 vaccination. So there is very good cooperation and is improving. So I believe the Belt and Road Initiative and then the new Silk Road is the Suez Canal could be better utilized with several special economic zones that will get benefit to both Egypt and China. Second is helping Egypt deepening industrialization. But maybe the other important and very important cooperation category, I believe, is related to the soft side. I believe that cooperation in this category can help not only China and Egypt, but also the entire world through culture connectivity, civilization dialogue, and mutual learning. This is something that really the world lacks. The world need better understanding and better understanding culture, believing that there are civilizations, different from the West. So I believe with these two unique civilization, China and Egypt, I believe we can help each other and help the world.
The 20th National Congress of the Communist Party of China will convene in Beijing this year. What is your expectation for the meeting?
Let me first refer to the 6th plenary session of the 19th CPC Central Committee meeting. There are a lot of messages, a lot of very important ideas presented, but let me stress on 3 main messages. The first message, it was a message of pride and will, where everybody was actually reviewed the CPC achievements over the long history and 100 years of working hard for the people, by the people. The second message, it was a message of cooperation and solidarity. Everybody was different. The people, the government, the CPC, the military, and all ethnic groups were actually talking and in one language, in one direction. They insist on cooperation and solidarity over the next period. The third message, which I believe is very crucial and very important too, is a message of trust and unity. And this is trust in the CPC and the leader of the CPC, President Xi. And I believe that these 3 messages make me confident that President Xi will receive outstanding support, and the CPC will illustrate its plan towards achieving the 2nd century and commitment to continue the hard and faithful work to fulfill the Chinese dream.
Peace and development are the goals that the international community should achieve together. according to Mr. Sharaf. He also contended that the Global Development Initiative and Global Security Initiative could be solutions to international challenges and help create a world of dignity, solidarity, and opportunity for all. Thanks for watching Straight Talk. Please stay tuned for our next episode.